So, you want to start calisthenics, but not sure if it's for you. Let's talk about that. First off, we all know that there's different ways of working out, and there's like over 100 like different types of, I guess, ways of working out. But for some reason, you want to start calisthenics. You might be overweight or really small, but guess what? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter!
Calisthenics will help you gain muscle and or lose fat. First off, let's go back to you starting calisthenics. Yes, I'm gonna answer it. You should do calisthenics. You should, hands down. Okay. And let's talk about different ways of, because calisthenics, even in calisthenics, there's different types of calisthenics. There's weighted, there's street workout, that's calisthenics, and there's the regular, like the fundamental calisthenics. Calisthenics is a cool way to work out because you're mastering your body, I guess. So you're doing a lot of movements where like a lot of people can't do. When you're doing like weightlifting, you can always bench press, you can always squat, you can always do other movements like that with weights, and it's to a degree it's fun and everything, and you can see it's easier to progress in that way. But it gets boring. Like, it was boring because I was doing the same thing. Freshman year, I was doing the same thing, everything. I wanted to do something different. And then I saw calisthenics on YouTube, and then I was like, damn, dude, what is a muscle up? What is this? What is that? Oh, shoot, what is a planche? All this, what is an L-sit? And then to that point, I just started doing that. Fortunate for me, I was pretty strong, like, because I first started with lifting weights. But if you didn't work out at all, it's still fine. Like, doing the basic push-ups, sit-ups, sit-ups, all these other things will help you, okay? Like, it'll help you with doing other like huge workouts like planche and everything. But there's different, it's like different for a overweight person and a person who's like skinny, I guess. So let's talk about the skinny person first. So you're skinny, calisthenics will be like easier for you, but it will still be hard as well. Like, cause you have less body fat, you will be easier to carry your body, you know. So doing like static movements will be easier because you don't have a lot of fat to be carrying around. And you want to do more, I guess, because there's a set workouts. You want to do set, you don't want to do circuit. Circuit is for losing weight. Let's talk about it. So you want to do set workouts. So let's say you do pike push-ups, you do pull-ups, push-ups, on all these things. You want to do pike push-ups for 3 sets of 10 reps. I'm just giving you an example. I'm not saying you should, but like I'm just giving an example. That helps you build more mass, or like more muscle. So it'll tear more muscles, but you know, it'll build it, I guess. That's good for you because you don't need to lose a lot of fat. So you want to just stick to working out and building muscle. That's the way you want to do it. So you want to be like a bodybuilder, but for calisthenics, you want to do workouts where you can barely do 10 reps with, or like 8 to 10 reps with. That'll help you build more muscle, you know. And eating wise, you want to be on a caloric surplus if you're skinny, I guess. You still don't want to eat unhealthy. You still want to eat like all the good stuff for you. You want to eat carbs, help you feel your workouts out. You want to. That's how you want to do it. And yeah, but let's talk about the big guy, the big boy. Okay, one thing you want to do is lose weight, and the way you want to do it. And if you want to start calisthenics, the way you want to do it is circuit training, or you want to do circuit training. That helps you build muscle and lose fat, I guess, as well. So you do 10 reps of pike push-ups, 10 reps of sit-ups, 10 reps of pull-ups. And I'm just giving an example as well. You do all that in one set. That's one circuit. Like, yeah, that's one circuit. Then you do that again. You want to do like total of 3 to 2 circuits, I guess. That'll help you lose. I'm gonna say it again. That'll help you lose weight and build muscle. That's your one goal you want to do, is just lose a little bit of weight for you to progress, I guess. So let's talk about how you can progress like to other harder movements. So let's say you want to do, if you don't know how to do, you want to do a dip. You want to get really good at your downward push, not your horizontal or like this. You want to do downward, like vertical push. So the way you want to do it is you want to use a chair, I guess, or use something. Yeah, use a chair. Put your legs on the floor, straighten. But if it's harder, you could like curve your legs. But preferably you want to straighten your legs, and you want to do the reps like, I guess I do 10 to 12. And you want to do that until you feel like you're able to do 5 reps of regular like dips. Then if you know you can do that, you want to do, that's going to be your strength workout, you know, because there's 2 types. There's strength and there's volume. Strength is around 5 to 6 reps. That's strength. That's when you're really pumping. Longer, you have to have longer rest period. And then volume is like 8 to 10 or 10 to 12. That's when you want to build your muscle. So the way I do it is I build my muscle first, then I use that muscle to build strength. So I get my muscles bigger, then I build strength with it. And you should do that as well. Well, yeah, that's how I do it. So that's how you want to, if you want to start calisthenics, that's how I started. And I was losing weight as well. I'm still doing a caloric deficit because I still want to do all these insane movements as well. I'm starting to do dip muscle ups with what's it called? Ring muscle ups. I'm getting better with that, and regular muscle ups and everything. So if you feel like you're not gonna progress, you are gonna progress. It's a matter of how often you do the workout and how hard you really put in. So like that's how you measure. That's the only way you measure calisthenics. The only way is like if you're doing static movements. The only way you can measure is how long you can do that workout, or like how long you could stay in that position. That's how you measure it. Or same thing if you're doing compound movements. How much you can do. That's how it shows that you're progressing. So yeah, and you want to make set points. Let's say you want to make points. If you could hit 12 dips, and if you can hit 12 pull-ups, you want to try to do a muscle up. That's how you should do. That's how you progress. You want to at least try the movement you're trying to get to see where you are. And you want to do movements that's close to it, but not, because if you keep trying to do a muscle up, you won't progress on a muscle up. You still want to build muscle into your basic movements so you can do a muscle up. That's how you do it. Same thing with the L-sit, same thing with the planche, same thing with all this. So if you feel like calisthenics is not for you, it is. And if you feel like you're not gonna build muscle, you are gonna build muscle. It has the same fundamental, it's like the same thing as bodybuilding, but the only thing that's different is like the movements you do. But it has the same like foundation, I guess, with the sets and the circuits and everything. And another thing is, the thing about calisthenics is you're using a lot of muscles as well. One thing that people do is push-pull legs, because that's when you're really into, you do push workouts, then you do pull workouts in like days, and then you do your legs. When you're doing calisthenics, you really want to get your ligaments ready for it. Like one thing that really was a problem for me was my wrist. You want to really do wrist training, or just want to prepare for your workouts, like handstands. Your wrists are gonna freaking kill doing handstands, but you want to get your wrist ready for those things. Like same thing with flexibility. You want to do flexibility to do other movements. Same, like I'm gonna use handstands again. Like if you want to really get into handstands, you really gotta have flexible shoulders. So you want to do some flexibility movements and mobility movements to do other things. Calisthenics is like strength and mobility. Sometimes you have the strength to do something, but you can't do it because of your mobility. That happens a lot. So even though you're building strength, you also want to take care of other things too, like mobility, flexibility, and all these other things. So that will help you as well. So that's one thing I really like about calisthenics is it's like you want to do you're doing a lot of things, but you don't know you're doing it, I guess. Which you do, but you don't. You don't, but you do. You understand? All right. And yeah, you should. I'm gonna say this again. You should do it. Like calisthenics is fun, dude. Like once you get a workout, it's like once you hit a PR, it's like a PR for me. Once you get a workout done, you will be so like flabbergasted. Like when I did my first muscle up, I was so like, how did I do this? And yeah, I feel like it's funner. And one thing is, you could show it off as well. Like, you could brag about it, I guess. You won't always have weights when you're like walking around. You won't always have weights around. Like when you're at the beach, you won't always have weights. I could do a 500 bench press, 500-pound freaking squats. You won't have weights to show it off. So like calisthenics, you could show it off and show people how like cool you are. That's one thing I like a killer. If you want it, you can do it for ladies, you know. If that's why you want to do it for, you could do it for that too. So yeah. Or yeah, I just really like calisthenics. And if you feel like, if you're wondering what it's like, or you want to get into it, you should try it at least. Try it and see what happens. And yeah, it's pretty fun. One major movement for legs is the pistol squat. And I feel like after you get the pistol squat done, like when you get the pistol squat, there's nothing much to do. Like if you want to do calisthenics, like, and you want to build your legs, that's one thing you really want to build. Forget about it. It'll be so hard to build legs. So you still want to do, my thing is, you still want to do weight training and calisthenics. That's one thing. If you feel like, you should do both. I still do like a little bit of I don't really squat, but I put vest on or stuff like that for my legs, because that's the only way you can do it. But I do deadlifts, I think. Yeah, I do deadlifts. Not a thing, I do deadlifts at school and stuff like that. But yeah, if you want to do calisthenics and you're doing it only for legs, you will progress, but you're gonna hit a point where it won't even matter anymore, because it will be so strong. And yeah, especially with calves. You're not building calves with calisthenics at all. You're not, okay? I'll just tell you that right now, you're not. You should do calisthenics, and hope you liked this video. Leave a comment if you're any other questions or like that, or just wondering anything. Hit that subscribe button and like button, and see you in the next video. Be goated and be great.